Welcome, Ringette fans, far and wide across Canada and across the globe. We are bringing you the third game of the Cambridge Turbos Hub National Ringette League here in wonderful, beautiful Burlington, Ontario, in the Greater Toronto area. Our matchup for you today, this afternoon, is the Atlantic Attack versus Gatineau Fusion. My name's Emily Renenberg. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play, and I'm joined by the lovely Gerald.
My name is Gerald Lamoureux. Thank you very much. I'll be joining Emily to do the color commentating once in a while and adding some rules issues if we have any questions that pop up.
We've already seen Atlantic Attack play early this morning, didn't we, Gerald?
Yeah, so they had very few hours of sleep, though. They only got in from the airport at 2 o'clock this morning, and they had an 8 o'clock game. So let's just say that, it could be probably jet lag and everything else that caused the first game, because they had a little challenge this morning against the first team. But I think they're going to bounce back because they've had a little bit of break now.
So this morning, Attack played Wildfire, 7-4 loss, close game. A lot of that scoring came in the third period. Attack answered first. Brittany Snowden, she had a goal on that game and 3 assists. Started strong, 12 seconds in, got that initial game going.
They did that right away.
Exactly. She had that assist over to Gaudette, who had that 12-second goal into the third period. So some good action there. Unfortunately, not the outcome they were looking for. And as the teams continue to play each other in these hubs, these standings get determined, and these standings are all very important as we get closer and closer to the Canadian Ringette Championships in Ottawa, March 29th to April 4th. Atlantic Attack currently in third, with Fusion in fifth. These two teams have seen each other twice in the season already. Very early, though, October 4th, Fusion took the win 2-3 against Attack, and then the next day, the Attack fought back and took that game 7-4. So they're 1-1 against each other this year. That was in Dieppe back in October. These two teams, they are also getting back from the holiday season. Attack having the benefit of playing this morning, but again, we talked early morning for them, and I did the math, and the game ended about 10:45, so 9 to 10:45. You start wanting to warm up for these things an hour beforehand, so they had about 2 hours between the games. So I think you end up doing things like drying your neck guard with the hand dryer and hoping you have double sets of everything. But Brittany Snowden, again, one of the point scorers, point getters in the last game. She had a goal and 3 assists, and is second in the league in terms of total points. Strong player for their side was at
Two goals.
Oh no, I checked the scoring summary.
Oh, well,
just the one. Yep.
From my angle, she got 2 goals.
Just the one, but Gaudette, number 18, had 2 goals.
Okay.
And 1 was assisted from Snowden. So
super.
Good pairing to watch today. Both Gatineau and the Atlantic Attack also have representation from the national teams. Again, we talked about that earlier this morning. We had the privilege of watching Worlds this year. So we'll get to see some of those national athletes as well. So Morgan Forrest was one of those players, joined the junior national team in 2025, played against Finland.
Oh yeah, she's a very good player. Lives in the Ottawa area, and she's played for Ottawa Ringette for a long time, but they picked her up right next door. Makes sense for them to pick her up. So.
She was also joined by Kaylee Lesky.
I guess we have the national anthem because the referee's taking the helmet off. Okay, hold on.
As we get settled in here, we'll start with the national anthem and then get to the action for you. So starting in net for Fusion is Gabrielle Edney. And starting in net for attack, they've made a switch up from this morning. This morning was Georgia Fraser. And now it looks like we have Naomi Morin in net number 31. Notably, Jasmine LeBlanc, their regular goaltender, 13 years in the league, is currently injured. So played a few games this season, but they've had to rely on other skill sets. And so we'll get to see more in net today. Atlantic Attack in the black jerseys with Fusion in the whites as Fusion starts at center ice with the ring. And that's moved in by Rob. It's a bit of a sliding start here for Fusion as the ring gets left and picked up by Attack. That fresh ice providing some slide here. Pro skating right into the zone as she moves that ring off of her stick, calling for that pass, fighting for it, and manages to keep possession with the Attack. Now Richard coming across the top, finds the back pass, gets picked off by Fusion. A good stick there on the line. LeBlanc will move it down, back into the zone for Attack to restart this. 20 seconds on the shot clock, leaving it back to Richard. Richard shoots at a bit of an angle there on the post, but no problem for Edney to take on that. Richard moving it over to Beal. Beal curling, comes across the top, shoots, gets one off. Hit Edney in the cage there. The rebound will get picked up by Snowden. Snowden curling, fakes it, back pass to LeBlanc. LeBlanc tries to make a shot on net, but open net with Edney sliding back.
Good save.
Snowden taking just a little bit too much time to regroup on that big rebound, but Edney lost the ring for a second, slides right into that net. We're still tied. A great look from LeBlanc there as she pump faked it. As now Plouffe has it up front. Look for Fusion, 10 seconds on the shot clock. She'll want to notice that. A little bit of pressure there, drops it back, and a shot up top. Big winding shot from Morgan Forrest. Again, we saw her earlier in one of the members of the 2025 junior national team that was in Finland last year. Gallant moves it up to Snowden. Snowden tries to find open ice with LeBlanc, does. LeBlanc facing some pressure on the boards. Moves it to Snowden. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bit of a cycle here as the change also happens on the fly. Snowden stuck on the line. Over to Pro. Pro fakes it, shoots along the post. And the reset will have to go and get the ring back over to Fusion. So Edney has the 5-second toss available to her. Makes an easy one back. Fusion looking to get out of the zone. Sees the far side. Violette. And now back over, tries to find Violette again. And we'll get our first call.
Delay of game.
Delay of
so
game.
It means they had a fourth player inside the zone.
Who engaged in the play, right?
Yeah, affected the play.
Affected the play.
Yeah. So that's delay of game.
So that'll be our first power play of the game. 2-minute penalty for delay of game for Isabelle Cormier. Vet of the Attack. She'll be in the box for 2 minutes as Fusion takes the ring inside the zone. Moisin up top. Moves it down low. Chenier to Moisin. Active skating around this triangle as it pushes out and tries to stop it. Pro pushes herself up to top. Bouncing ring off the boards. Lands itself back with the Attack. Fusion stopping that attempt. Bit of a scramble here. As Moisin passes across.
Good save.
Shot just right on that line from Violette. Chenier now up top, back, pass. Back to Chenier. Another family dynamic we were talking about earlier, the two Chenier sisters on this team.
Yeah.
1 minute and 13 seconds left on this power play as it gets passed off. Good attempt there from Morgan Forrest, hanging on that side. Strong defense there, takes that lane away. Sorry, that was Q. The 18 looks like a 16, and the 16 looks like an 18.
Yeah, I know. It's see the way the lettering is.
I need to get some binoculars.
Yeah. I have some, but I don't think we need them. But I did bring some.
Bring out in the neutral zone. Fusion fighting for it. Needs someone to pass to. Regroups with a circling back. Siegel finds Q. Q drops it to Rob. Rob now taking the long cycle halfway through the 30-second shot clock. Drops it back. Forrest on the line.
On that corner again.
Time winding down now. Another shot, and that's in. Fusion up by 1.
Oh, nice wine timer. Really quick, nice wine timer.
It's the assistant captain there, Sarah Plouffe. Just moving that ring and keeping that in constant motion was the key there. Forrest definitely,
look at that. One timer.
Definitely knew there was an opportunity.
They've practiced that many times.
Exactly. And that didn't have to be a fancy up-top shot. That was a really great placed on the ice shot from Plouffe.
Yeah.
To bring her team up by 1 and take the lead early in this game. Attack now. Back with even strength. Circling. Beal drops it back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc over. Tries to get that shot attempt with Pro. Fusion. Circling around, trying to make the right decisions here is Chenier. Chenier moves it into center ice. There's not anyone there, so the battle on the boards for Fusion will win it. Forrest now drops it back, but a stick in the way from attack defense. Doesn't let that happen. Snowden with the big pickup in the center. Now she's got 3 on.
They're covering her
Still
well.
battling.
No question. Well, they know her. She's dangerous.
Attack now up top. Looking for the backdrop, finds it. D needs to set up a little bit here. Gets the shot off, but it bounces off another player. Doesn't make it quite to the net. Support pass back over to Edney to use the goalie as a support in the zone. Fusion struggling to get things out.
These two didn't see each other, and they collapsed at center ice. They just turned into each other, didn't see each other.
Attack, keeping things out wide. Gaudette, she had 2 goals last game. Really great chemistry with Snowden. 2 of them are out there. Gaudette up top, down to LeBlanc. LeBlanc shoots, and a blocker save from Edney keeps
Another
that
one-timer. They practice those one-timers, no question at all.
Snowden crashing between the center and the D, fires. Edney gets a piece of it. Stays within the crease. She gets control, drops it behind the net. Keep an eye on the Gaudette and Snowden line for some goals here. Fusion now at center. Trying to make the easy pass into the zone, but attack is there. Snowden now moving it into friendly territory. Finds the pass with Pro in the corner. 15 seconds on the shot clock, coming out wide, cuts through the center, tries to make it past.
Made all the right moves, just didn't release the ring.
Couldn't find the lane. Great sticks from both center and D on the Fusion line there. As Fusion regroups, takes it right into the zone with Q. Hunting for the opportunity, getting a bit of a shift change here, so waiting for that backup drop, passes it over. And another shot. Just squeezed it past St. Laurent.
91.
Good communication there to keep up the offensive momentum as the change happens.
Yeah.
Chantal Laurent with the goal.
The pass was only 3, not even a foot long. Just enough pass to make it.
So walks past the center and the D, just a little bit off the glove of Morin. She'll want that one back.
I'm sure.
2-0 early in this game. Fusion making a presence early. Fusion coming into this game with 5 wins and 5 losses. So pretty back and forth season. This is where it really starts to matter as the days start counting down to nationals. Attack in the zone. Colette finds the drop. And across the top now with speed. Richard gets one off. Edney, no problem with that. Ring bounces out, but gets to her own team as Fusion skates. Tries to put it up to Rob. Beal gets it instead. Beal spins off the check. Moving it over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc using the ice surface here. She takes things out wide. Looks for the drop with Beal. Beal had a pick set for her, but didn't necessarily want to use it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Behind the net now. Looking for her options. Gets one off the goalie there, and enough of a rebound. She picks it up again, so smart reset play. Gets the fresh 30.
Oh, look at the steal right down the middle.
An excellent stride from
She
Richard.
didn't capitalize on it, but she did beat everybody to the ring. So
10 seconds on the shot clock now. Attack with Snowden. Snowden on the boards battling. And up front it pops almost to LeBlanc, but Fusion will get it instead. Passing things up to the center of the ice, using the back pass support. Trying to make the right moves here to maintain possession. Over to Chenier. Chenier with speed, coming around, shoots. Decided to take that shot a little bit further out. Had the defense beat. Got a good look there from Morin. Fusion maintaining possession here. Moisin makes the back pass over to Violette. Violette uses her backhand shot. Maintaining possession here, pops out. They have time, 22 seconds on the shot clock with a bit of a change up here. Want to get those fresh legs, but keep the play moving. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now it's moved down to St. Laurent. She just scored their last one, looking for a second. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Getting some pressure up top. Moving it to Q. Q trying to get something as she falls to her knees, stays with the ring, gets, just barely gets that reset on time. That would have been deadly up
I know,
front.
it was like just right to the second.
Attack, moving things back and forth. Finds the pass over the blue line. And there's a breakaway with a bouncing ring. Can't quite get there, and it's batted away by Edney. Made the call to put her stick on it. Excellent work. That was going to be a tough stab.
She beat everybody, but she just couldn't do it right.
20 seconds on the shot clock here as Pro starts the cycle. And a bit of a change up here with Richard. Pro up top, passes it off. Shot just goes above the crossbar. No reset there, but now there's one as Fusion picks up the ring. With speed, coming up the center of their own zone. Tries to move it in and across the boards, but Attack is on top of that ring. Fusion just getting caught back. Now it's Richard. Richard makes a few fakes, tries the backhand, goes wide. Attack maintaining possession.
They're keeping the pressure on in this end, no question.
Beal with speed does the back pass over to Richard. Wasn't quite there. LeBlanc now as 10 seconds are on the shot clock. LeBlanc passes it across the ice.
It's in the crease, yeah. She picked it up in the crease.
Good heads-up play there.
Oh, yeah.
To maintain that eye on the ring by Sophie Chenier. She got her stick in the way, but just a bit too close to the crease.
Yeah, she was in there.
Snowden.
No, but you can take the shot from the free pass. You want to.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Attack looking for their first goal here with LeBlanc dropping it back. Now over to Snowden. Snowden pushed out, sends it over to the front. LeBlanc, she picks it up, moves it back. The net's wide open, but couldn't quite get there. Snowden pushing through center and D, tries to get it back, does. LeBlanc with the shot.
They're keeping the pressure on in this end. That is 100 right in.
This line is hungry. Gaudette to LeBlanc. LeBlanc up top, gets pulled. That'll be a call.
Yep. That was a cross-check or a body contact, one of the two. We'll see what the call is. Cross-check.
Cross-check. So the reason they were able to get that opportunity is because they were keeping their feet moving, especially coming across the top. You can easily get sucked in as the center, and that's basically what happened there with Forrest, is that she'll go with a 2-minute penalty on that one, but the real reason that was drawn is because LeBlanc kept their feet moving. Attack just over a minute in this first quarter. Still looking for their first goal, but power play might help. Cycling. Makes the fake pass. Decides to go to LeBlanc here. Over to Pro. Pro likes to be on this side. Shoots on the close post.
I felt that. Two big hits into the boards there.
Boarding.
Boarding. Yep.
So a short-lived 5-on-4. Attack will go to the box. 2 minutes for boarding. That'll be number 27, Dominic LeBlanc. And if you've been following along at home, there are a lot of LeBlancs on this attack team, so I should probably clarify it once in a while which one's which.
Yeah, and there's also one that's off the ice today, this weekend too, Jasmine. She's goalie, but she's also another LeBlanc, you're right.
Just over 30 seconds here as Chenier takes it, drops it to St. Laurent. St. Laurent over to Chenier. Chenier back to St. Laurent. Deciding what to do up front. Tries to take the shot, gets picked up by a stick, goes elsewhere.
Oh, this one, watch for that back pass.
15 seconds as Sophie Chenier passes it to Emily Chenier down low. Sister duo out with St. Laurent. Now St. Laurent up top, fakes it back, does the job with the back shot. Back drop.
Nice support pass behind the net.
And that'll be it for the first quarter. So some early action.
Yeah, and they both teams are working in this game. No question. There's action at both ends, and they're keeping the pressure on. So that's what we wanted to see in the National Ringette League games.
Fusion scoring early and getting that second goal has really given them a lot of momentum, but Attack started showing signs of life towards the end, few minutes of that. There's a couple really great opportunities for them.
Okay.
So we'll start the second quarter with 2 in the box still, 1 for each side, so 4-on-4. There's 49 seconds remaining to the Fusion penalty and a minute and 15 on the Attack power play. So here's one of the highlight reels of today so far. A couple opportunities for the Snowden-Godet lineup to take advantage of some moving goalies and some chaos. Not quite on that one. Here's the great goal here from
that was the one-timer that was fantastic when they did it.
From Plouffe, that was their first goal. And here's St. Laurent, kind of in that same spot, same placement.
She likes that side. There's that breakaway wheel, just the bouncing ring at the end there. But she had beaten everybody down.
And Edney did a good job with that heads-up call to bat the ring away. And so for those of you that are newer to our game, there are 4 quarters to be played, each with 13 minutes in the National Ringette League. The first 2 just having a short break between them, and then after we're done this second quarter, there's a flood. So lots of Ringette action remains here.
Yeah, for the Worlds, they play 4 15s. But this is all just practice to get to the Worlds, so everybody.
And the next Worlds are going to be in Canada. In Dieppe.
Oh, and that's right, in New Brunswick, right? Yes.
Just had them in Finland last year, for those of you that were able to tune in. For those of you that are new to the sport, you have something to look forward to. Worlds is a lot of fun. And we talked earlier, a lot of these athletes out here today are part of the most recent national teams, but also national teams of historical past. Pro now.
And they're all getting geared up for the Nationals in Ottawa in April.
Pro to LeBlanc. LeBlanc fakes it back to Pro. Pro with some speed here. Saw the far corner. Shoots far on the ice, but couldn't quite connect. Pro again. Fakes it, shoots.
Oh,
tried to sneak it past.
Just the side of her body, just saved it there.
18 inches is the sweet spot there, but Edney got her arm in tight. Vandal moves it down. Zen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fusion's trying to make something happen here, but stuck behind the net with some.
Oh, she was right there, but she was in the crease, I think.
Attack at center now. The penalty's out of the box with Snowden coming up with speed as the D try to catch up here.
Took the shot, even though it was a bad angle. She still went for the shot.
Wasn't that one with some strength. And now we're back to even on both sides. 5-on-5 again, as both penalties have now expired. Fusion with the ring. Forrest trying to fake pass through the center and the D. She's got a few seconds. Regroups now. To Plouffe. Plouffe trying to make that pass off up top, but just missed on that connection. As Attack takes advantage, moving things back into the offensive zone. Odette back to Snowden. Snowden shoots 5-hole. That's in. Snowden got it.
On a one-timer, and she's fired it in.
Attack is on the board. They were successful this morning. They are successful now.
Yeah, they've been working hard to get these.
Had quite a few 5-hole goals today.
Yeah,
it seems to be the trend of our Saturday.
Well, it's on 5 holes.
If it's
open,
open.
a good spot to shoot.
If it's open, it's
you
there.
tell your
Take it.
players, you shoot where you see.
Fusion now, wanting to respond. Getting inside the zone. Trying to deke around the defense. Lost a bit of an edge there. 13 seconds on the shot clock as the cycle stays outside. Just to fake it down to Low. Low sliding pass. Makes it across the crease, but can't quite get picked up. That would have been an empty net for sure. As the shot clock expires. Attack using the support behind the net. Getting into center ice. Beal spinning away from her check. Fusion just sending multiple players into these zones and not allowing an easy pass through. Attack still fighting along the boards. They've used most of their shot clock. 6 seconds remain. Coming across, finds the pass over to Beal. Beal just misses the stab. And they'll need the reset there, so the ring will make its way over to Edney.
The shot clock and Ringette, you have 30 seconds from possession to take a shot on net. Anywhere from there, anywhere on the ice.
Fusion with some speed over to Moisin. Fighting on that blue line. There's 4 in that area over by the bench. Scrambling for possession here. Attack comes out with it. Beal now pushing up against the center and the D. Gets picked off. Fusion strong in those sticks. Over to Chenier. Chenier looking for an option. Finds one. Fusion. Moisin saw the low post with Chenier standing there, but good heads up play as Chenier fights for her life in front of the net. Gets the shot. Goes well above the net, but maintained that possession with the rebound. Moisin drops it back for Chenier. Chenier's got space, fires
it's in.
18 inches.
7.
That's in. 3-1 Fusion.
Yeah. They're not missing a beat. As soon as they get that ring on their stick, they are shooting.
And Emily Chenier is known for those special placements. She sees exactly where she wants to shoot that. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, but she knows that she's got time and space.
Drops it to her partner and fires it on. Right, and again, I think that was right down the middle again.
Draws the... Moisin had drawn the center away from that. He had an entire lane to herself.
She's had lots of space.
In time. 3-1 Fusion, courtesy of Emily Chenier. Attack. Looking to get one here. Drops it back to Pro. Pro shoots. Hard shot. Edney keeps it in her crease. It takes the 5 seconds to throw it, so that'll get whistled down.
Yeah. Yeah, in Ringette, we have the goalie has 5 seconds to clear the ring, and if they don't miss that, the timer goes off and the whistle gets go.
So Attack gains the possession in the offensive zone. Now down by 2, fakes it.
Oh.
Had Edney committed to that, but moves it over to Chloe LeBlanc. LeBlanc finds Snowden. Snowden with speed up top. Drops it back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc fakes, cuts across the top. Tried to find the low pass. Wasn't quite ready. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Snowden. Back to Godette. Godette. Bit of a bouncing ring there. Tries to get it to LeBlanc. LeBlanc almost had it. Defense skates right into it. Moisin looking for support here.
There's no support person to pass it to. There you go.
Found Seagal. Snowden will steal that one. And a long stretch pass right into her teammate's stick. There's Godette now over the line. Starting that cycle. Drops it to Richard. Richard back around the net. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Richard takes it, passes it to Beal. Beal misses that one. Beal now tries to get the reset, but it's blocked by the defense. There was a reset on that one. LeBlanc with speed up top, fakes it across, passes it into the center where Snowden was waiting. Beal now, back over to LeBlanc, shoots, just goes high. A sprawling Edney. Attack still with it. Beal being pushed out by an aggressive center D pair here. Back to Richard. This line's been on a while. Richard over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc shoots right into Edney's chest, so she has no difficulties there. Long toss. Fusion looking for an outlet. Forrest trying to manage the ring at center. Gets picked off. Richard now again. Cutting away. She's got two with her. Using that support with Melanson. Richard now moving it inside. Bit too much on that for LeBlanc. Sending two on, picking off Forrest. Pro taking charge in that corner. Gaining possession back for attack as they reset here. Down over to LeBlanc, and it shuts in.
Another one-timer.
A one-timer from pretty far outside the post, but great placement.
Players back home, one-timers work.
A beautiful sequence there from LeBlanc, Dominic LeBlanc. And on the pass from Pro, as that change was kind of happening.
Look at that one-timer, beautiful. Can't ask better than that. Tell the players back home, practice your one-timers.
Chestnut has it. Short pass over the line to Chenier. Chenier fakes like she's going to pass and skates into it. Gets rid of the ring, but a great defensive heads-up play there by attack to keep that out of the shooting lanes. Fusion still now. Moisin with Violette. Violette now fakes it, turns. Back pass to Moisin. Moisin around the net. She's got 10 seconds. Chenier looking for another one. Passes it to Moisin. Moisin just took the extra second to turn around and face the goaltender. And that was enough for Morin to make her way across that post. Snowden now finding LeBlanc. LeBlanc by herself almost makes the deke. Edney. Big save. Just getting sneaking behind the play.
The crease, so that's why it's going to be a Atlantic attack.
Chloe LeBlanc just sneaking behind the play on that one.
Yeah.
Fusion's going to have to watch that. Is that long stretch pass?
She sneaks really well. Just like Jackie Senior from the Waterloo team. She sneaks in to those positions.
And Snowden decides to take the shot from the free pass. Didn't quite get the success she was looking for, but attack will get the ring back with Snowden. Snowden with speed, cuts center to D, gets taken down, maintains the ring, passes it off. LeBlanc gets a shot, but it goes into the defensive chest.
On her knees and still made a pass.
That's the Snowdens.
Yep.
Fusion dumping it into the zone for Q. Q saw something there on the short side, gets a big rebound, picks it up. 30 seconds fresh on the clock. Q, back pass over to St. Laurent and in. She fires it.
91. That's her second of the game.
St. Laurent. That's a classic St. Laurent. She has a bullet shot. And that one knocked the water bottle off.
So they got the rebound there. They passed it out front. Back pass, and then fired it in. Practice your back passes at home, kids. Those back passes are key.
And that's 2 goals from a far out angle. Testing Morin in net. Fusion back with a 2-goal lead. As attack now gets some offensive opportunity. 10 seconds on the shot clock, eating away at their time here. Across the top, back to Beal. Beal has the ring, shoots.
Big save, glove save.
And he got a piece of that. And then it looked like she might have pulled the ring back in. Is that what that was? Did somebody tap that in?
Yeah. Correct.
That'll go back over to attack. Looks like they'll keep the same line out with Beal taking the ring, accompanied by LeBlanc on the boards. Audrey LeBlanc now. And Richard inside the triangle. LeBlanc's being kept outside by the center and the D. Drops it to Beal. This wide triangle, not giving a lot of passing lanes here. Beal drops it. And a sliding scores.
Another one-timer.
Richard. An attack. Fights back. Richard. Another goal on that post.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that long pass. Almost it's very similar to their last goal.
Yeah. Exactly the same position too. Top left-hand corner.
Edney just missing a little bit of that slide in time for that big save. So attack now within 1. Fusion. There's Chenier. Sophie Chenier tries to get the pass off. Had some heat to it. Forrest couldn't quite stab it. Attacks. Still facing some troubles to get out of their zone. Now with Dobbin. Dobbin looking. Finds Melanson, but she realized she was probably going to collide with her teammate, so that ring finds its way to Fusion. Fusion now at center ice. Loose ring in the corner now with attack. Melanson moving things up. Continuing momentum. Trying to break free. Dobbin over to Snowden. 10. Gatineau at center. Coming in with some speed. Look. Vandal will change. Gives it back to Violette. Violette, 5 seconds on this. Moisin gets a shot. Keeps it with Morin. She'll get to decide where to put it. She sends it over. Some pressure in that corner. Fusion really looking to gain possession here as we're just under 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Fighting along the boards. Possession will go to attack. Cormier tries to get it to Richard. Richard can't quite get it. Violette makes it over to Moisin. Moisin makes the back pass. Beautiful attempt. Just a little bit too much for Ashley Robb. Great sequence there. We'll have to try that one again soon. 1 minute and 30 remaining in this quarter. LeBlanc now for attack in the zone. Time running out on the shot clock. Coming out wide, drops it. Beal back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc shoots. Goes wide, no reset there. And Beal tries one last attempt to to get the reset off of Edney. Edney gets 5 seconds to decide to toss it. Does. Easy behind the net. Fusion with Q. Q making the long open pass with the support to St. Laurent. St. Laurent to Q. Q moving it over. Now with St. Laurent. She makes a shot. Tries to go far post. Cycle still with St. Laurent. Back over to Moisin. Moisin tries to step in. She's got a center and a D completely on her. Attack. Using that Ringette line to their advantage. But Fusion not letting that go so easily. Fighting back on that check. That'll go to Fusion. They earn that ring. 13.6 seconds left in the period. Gatineau with the 1-goal lead. They'll have at least one more opportunity here off the free ring. See what they play with it. The decision point will be whether to shoot it or not. 13 seconds is more time than just a shot from the free pass, so they'll make the pass instead. Quick sequence here. St. Laurent over to Moisin. Back pass, down low, shoots. Ran in the way. They've practiced that one before. Just needed a little bit more speed on that sequence. Moran right on the post. Didn't let that one through. 4-3 is your score so far. We're halfway through Gatineau Fusion versus Atlantic Attack. Fusion up by 1. Attack already playing 1 game this morning, getting some life back into them as they shorten this within 1. Great action on both sides here. We talked about the Gaudette Snowden line. They were successful, highly successful this morning, have had some success today as well in this game. But Fusion finding the net a little bit more often. A lot of quick one-timers from both sides. Finding ways to find opportunities to get to the net and then send it home. Great goaltending on both sides as well with Moran and Edney. Now we're setting up a player interview for you folks at ice level with Gerald. So don't leave us quite yet. Enjoy these highlights as we get this sorted out for you. And we'll send you down to ice level with Jared, and it looks like a Chenier.
Nous sommes ici avec Émilie Chenier du Fusion de Gatineau. Et puis, comment penses-tu le jeu aujourd'hui?
Ça va bien, considérant qu'on a pris notre véhicule ce matin. La plupart des filles ont voyagé ce matin. Fait qu'on lutte un petit peu contre, dans la voiture pendant 5 à 6 heures, mais je pense qu'on se débrouille très bien. J'aime l'allure du match, j'aime l'attitude des filles sur l'équipe. Ça va bien, on a du fun. On est vraiment une équipe qui performe bien quand on a une bonne cohésion, puis on a du fun, puis je le vois transparaître aujourd'hui. Fait que non, je suis vraiment contente du résultat pour l'instant.
And Emily, how's your season going overall?
Oh, comme ci, comme ça. We won some games, lost some games, so I think we're middle pack, we're fighting for it. That means that every game coming to us matters, and we're battling every shift, every period, every game, every point matters. It's a crunch time of the season, so we want to battle for those wins for sure.
Well, I saw you got a goal today, so congratulations, and keep working hard.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done. Good luck today.
Merci.
And this weekend.
Merci.
Bonne chance.
Merci.
And back to Emily.
Thanks, Gerald. That was Emily Chenier with Gatineau Fusion. One of the forwards on the team, and she's played for the national team as well. So you'll probably recognize her. She's also done some broadcasting last year. You may have heard her and her sister Sophie call some of the games at the Nationals in Ottawa last year. And that'll take us to our halftime, 4-3 for Fusion, as they look to capitalize on this hub in Burlington, Ontario. We'll be back after this. We're with you at the Cambridge Turbo Hub in Burlington, Ontario, in the Greater Toronto area. We're at halftime. Zamboni's doing its thing out here in Burlington. And if you're in town, come visit. If you're under 16 and you're wearing a jersey, you get in for free. Spend some time with us out in Burlington. We're here with the Atlantic Attack versus Gatineau Fusion. 4-3 at the half, with Fusion in the lead. But our next hub is something else to look forward to, January 17th to 18th in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Herd is hosting, so we'll have the action for you in that one as well. So lots of Ringette happening for you in January. We've got a couple extra games today to follow up this one, and then 3 games tomorrow. So lots of Ringette, and if you're in the Burlington area, the Burlington Blast Tournament's happening at the same time. So feel free to check out all your local Ringette, including your NRL, and continue to tune into this one. Again, we're 4-3 for Fusion at the half here as we look into getting into the third quarter. We'll get back to you after these messages.
They're just superhumans, and they come from a humble background.
Seeing my sisters make big teams, it made me realize, even though we're from this little province, you can make your dreams come true if you work hard.
They just love the game so much.
8 seconds remaining. Snowden with a shot.
This past season, the two of them scored 97 and 96 points each. That's in 24 games.
My earliest memory of Ringette is my dad making an outdoor rink in the backyard.
Our older sisters did not go easy on us. There was no mercy in our family.
She knows what I'm capable of. I know what she's capable of.
So they've always been really close. Moncton sisters ready to take on Ringette World.
All right, in. This is the game we came here to play, guys.
They said that if she got another concussion, she'd never be able to play Ringette again.
Oh, nice. I'm always scared they're going to get hurt.
When we first started the Atlantic Attack, we were at the bottom of the barrel. Now we can actually compete.
People sacrifice a lot for the sport.
I am just realizing now everything that they had to go through in order for us to just play a simple game.
I love you!
It's always been about togetherness.
You said it once and you said it before, them Snowdens are not too bad ringette players.
All very, very good players. All spend a lot of time at the rink. I know that these younger girls have spent a lot of time watching their older sisters play, and it's fun to watch them in a very nice family.
Welcome, Ringette fans. You have joined us at the halfway point of Atlantic Attack versus Gatineau Fusion. Gatineau's up by 1. We had a very goal-heavy second period.
Yes. It's been a very busy game.
Very busy game.
But an action on both ends, 100%. Okay, and lots of great shots and great passes. I mean, the one-timers that are happening, all the players that are watching this should really focus on those one-timers, because this is, it's a key position, key shot these days in ringette, because you got to be very, very fast. So.
And you should, in my opinion, be capable of a one-timer with both your forehand and backhand.
Yes. A lot of people only do it for the forehand. You're not, and you're 100% right, Emily. It should be both forward and backwards. If you can do it, that's the way to do it.
Ringette is a unique game because of the bladeless stick. We should use both backhand and forehand.
And we can make moves that the other sport can't do.
The other sport that we don't mention, exactly. And to show you a little bit of a history of our wonderful game, we're going to go back to the archives and with some fun footage for you, so enjoy.
When Sports Weekend asked me to come and cover ringette, I had the same question everybody else had. What is ringette?
I don't know. Do you know what ringette is?
I really don't know.
I guess something to do with a ball. I don't know. Hey, what do you think? Girls play it?
It's girls hockey. That's what it is.
Isn't it?
But the process of moving the ring down the ice is what makes the game of ringette different. In hockey, they have an offside, where a player cannot cross the blue line before the puck. Well, in ringette, that's out. No player in ringette may carry the puck across any line. One of the more interesting stories at these championships is about number 2, 17-year-old Brita Lind of Saskatchewan. Through the skills obtained in ringette, she is looking at a possible scholarship to a university.
Well, I have a chance to go to Harvard, to play hockey. The coach phoned me, said that I was first on his recruitment list. And as soon as they heard Canadian and that I once played hockey, they just think that, Wayne Gretzky or something.
One of the big problems in ringette, we've talked to some of the officials, they'd like to speed up the game. And in order to do that, they may have to go to a shot clock. And we asked Marnie Gutfredson how much this would affect Manitoba's game.
Generally, it will affect the game of ringette. It'll make it a much faster game. It'll change Manitoba's style, because I know our style does deal with a lot of ring ragging. I think it would be better generally for the game of ringette. It would speed the game up, and we would just have to learn how to change our style.
Here we see Betty Shields, president of Ringette Canada, present the Jean Sauvé Cup to the Manitoba champions, the girls from Winnipeg. And as we said, 4 times out of 5 years is not bad in any sport. Right back at it in the fall, all winding up with their national championships next year in Regina, Saskatchewan. So from Dollard, Desormeaux, back to Sports Weekend Control in Toronto.
Gatineau Fusion up 4-3 against Atlantic Attack. Most of the scoring happening in the second period. Fusion up 2-0 in the first, but Attack finding their feet. 4-3 in the second. We're about to have second half action for you here today in Burlington, Ontario, for the Cambridge Turbos National Ringette League Hub. Hello, Ringette fans. We are back. Gatineau Fusion versus Atlantic Attack here in Burlington, Ontario. Beautiful Greater Toronto area. Thank you for joining us, new fans and old. We're happy to bring you the action here. Myself, Emily Renneberg, joined by the wonderful
Gerald Lamoureux, longtime referee and coach.
And we still haven't added up our years of experience together, but we did determine it's obviously decades. But
you're only
it's
21, Emily. You can't be decades for you.
You keep saying I'm 21. I wish I was 21.
I only say I'm only 33.
Yeah, I should start doing that too.
The referees for today's game are Rob and Courtney. And Courtney has been to the provincials, many of them in Ontario, and then the nationals. And Rob has been to nationals and the worlds. So.
Professionals for the professional league.
That's right.
That's what
this
you
is
want.
Our top premier league in Ringette in the world, basically. So, you know, it's fantastic. We want the top people here, of course.
And with that, Fusion is starting out with the ring as we get settled into the third quarter here. With some fresh ice. Fans in the stands. Fusion still up by 1. Close game all around. Expect lots of action here as we get into the second. Fusion starting with the ring, moving it inside. Forrest maintaining possession on her stick. She gets bumped off the ring, keeps it though. Plouffe circling, not seeing a lot of opportunity, but 10 seconds on the shot clock. Moves it to center. Forrest, she spins, shoots, scores! Right inside that triangle, hiding, waiting, gets that pass from Plouffe. And that's how you want to do it. Attack has been playing a little bit more of an expanded triangle, so sending that person up front, making the move. Morin had committed to that ring at that point.
She was right in the middle. I mean, she made right in the middle of the crowd. That's what she did.
So already Fusion taking hold of this. 5-3 is your current score. Attack. Looking for an opportunity here with LeBlanc. She fakes it, passes it over to Pro. Pro down low, packs it over to LeBlanc. Tic-tac-toe and in. Attack responds. And it's 5-4.
Opening they had for the net. It was like they pulled the goalie right over.
A sequence there of just that one extra step.
Look where the goalie is. Oh my God! Look, the net was like wide open.
Edney completely pulled to one side. That's that one extra step that sent it home.
And this game is tight. That's what we want.
Yep. Fusion now with the ring at center, moving inside. Q fakes it, makes a shot, tries to see the far post.
Yeah, the goalie moved the net this time, so it's going to be back to Gatineau.
Gatineau getting a restart on that opportunity as the net gets settled back. And Attack getting that loose ring. Starting to move things around the net with speed, getting some pressure from St. Laurent, forces the ring back to Fusion. Fusion coming in, settling, finding the cycle, getting a bit of a change here, coming across the top. Tries to get the ring off her stick, but checked into enemy territory, and that'll go back to Morin. Morin with the long toss. Fusion sneaking that ring back. St. Laurent picks it off. She'll keep the cycle moving with Q. Q along the boards. Finding some support here as time starts winding down on the shot clock. Long pass. Shenny is now up top. She makes the fight past the center in the D, gets the ring off her stick. Not quite to the net. With Violette there. Passing it to Chenier. She fans on it, tries again to get the reset, does. Fresh 30 seconds, courtesy of Chenier. Cuts through the center, tries to get it through. Defense picks it up. Chenier has some real energy coming off that break. Attack feeling the pressure in their zone. Wasting time, trying to move it into center. Does with Snowden. Snowden finding pressure, looking for an outlet. 10 seconds on the shot clock now as Attack just enters the zone. Tries to get it back to Snowden, can't. Fusion finds Chestnut. Chestnut not trying to make any silly passes here as her team regroups. Tries to get it to Forrest. Forrest just misses that pass. Now LeBlanc finds the boards. She's got a fresh 30 for her team. Godette behind the net with Snowden out front. Godette over to Pro, just came off the bench. The rest of the line will make a change here as Pro goes out wide. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Up top, Pro fakes through, gets in, slides that ring and can't quite make it, but there's a shot.
Good try though, good try.
Just behind the net. Attack finding a bit of footing here in the offensive zone. Couple resets going in their favor. Now with LeBlanc. Back over to Pro. Pro on the outside. She's got LeBlanc and a shoot.
One-timer again.
Scores. An amazing one-timer. Not only was that quick, but she wasn't even looking at the goaltender when that happened. She was in an awkward position too, so that's just a fabulous shot from LeBlanc. She's already had some opportunities here. She's had a goal already here.
She was far out too for that one-timer.
I can tell you that part of that success was no one expected her to shoot from there.
Yeah.
We're tied up here at 5 apiece. Fusion starting the cycle here. Plouffe drops it back to Forrest. Forrest being kept out wide by the center in the D. Time winding down here, passes it up front. A shot on Morin, but she saves it.
Yeah.
Made it look like a reset.
Too, These kids like those one-timers, that's for sure. These little, I call them kids, but you know, they're adult women.
Players, athletes.
Players, athletes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll grab the thesaurus later. Fusion picks that one up.
Played that, because otherwise they would have breakaway, which they could be doing. So.
Fusion on the outside finds a space up top to Q. Q deciding to circle. Q on the outside takes the big winding shot, a bit too high, but that angle has been successful so far. 7 seconds on the shot clock. See St. Laurent low. St. Laurent fires it from the line, and it's in. She was standing on the goal line, and you could hear that ring bounce off the back of the net. St. Laurent, that's 2 goals for her as well. The power behind that shot. Fusion takes the lead once again, 6-5. And another example of not really expecting that shot to come from that angle. She was basically standing on that goal line.
I mean, it's just a small little window to get that ring in.
Moreno want to close those gaps. If that's how they're going to play, attack with their opportunity in the O-zone now. Fusion taking the lead once again. Short-lived tie here as Attack looks at it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Beal Up top.
Oops, not the ring that time.
And gets the ring towards the net. The ice is still very fresh, so there's a lot of power and speed from Richard's shot there. Just what goes a little bit wide, but
yeah.
I could see that being successful.
Yeah, it was on the right path.
Fusion with speed, moving up. And absolutely end-to-end rocket skate there from Van Dahl.
There we go. That's a penalty.
She'll draw the penalty with her speed.
Yep.
She went end-to-end. Great effort there. So St. Laurent has the ring. They'll send 4 in the zone as the goalie gets pulled. Edney on the bench. Chenier makes it look like she's going to pass, takes the shot anyways.
So they put out 6. You see, there's 4 inside and 2 outside. That's why they pulled the goalie, just to have them. So.
And there's a body contact coming.
There it is. Oh, yeah.
That'll go 2 minutes for body contact to Beal. She'll be in the box. Taylor Beal. Rookie season here on the Atlantic
The idea
Attack.
of going 6 when you pull the goalie is that in case there's an errant pass, you have somebody to get it right back in again. Instead of going 5.
Moisin to Chenier. Chenier tries to get it back over to Moisin. Hits a stick, but no problem. Chenier now moves it to Moisin on that far corner. They like that space. The shot goes wide, but they'll pick up the rebound. Chenier busting through.
Oh,
takes
crossbar.
a shot with the post. Chenier again shoots.
Oh, another crossbar.
She's got power. She knows what she's looking for. Now over to Violette up front, shoots again.
Oh boy.
Bouncing
Pressure's
rebound.
on this team. This game's got pressure at both ends. Look at that back pass. Just makes it.
Attack now in the zone with Colette. Now Snowden. 1 minute and 13 seconds on the penalty to attack. So they're on the kill right now. Snowden up top. Makes the sliding back pass. It's intercepted. She saw LeBlanc on the post. But Fusion stepped into that. With Chenier now. Chenier just blew past that ring. Fight along the boards here for possession. That'll go over to the goaltender. Moran will get the 5-second toss as 51 seconds remain on the power play for Fusion. We'll see how they play the goalie ring coverage here. Easy pass from Moran to Dingwell. Richard trying to put on the Jets here, but she's got 2 on. Sneaky back pass to find support with Cormier. Cormier moving things up to Gaudette. Gaudette just grabbing that ring before it went over 2 blue lines. Keeps it in neutral ice. Gets it inside, and a shot quickly pushed away by Edney. Attack maintains the ring. Keeps the play moving, trying to settle into a cycle here, but also getting a change at the same time now with Pro. Pro picking it up, gets the sharp shot. That's also been successful against Fusion. But Edney finds that no problem, passing it to her own teammates. Pressure from the attack now as we get to 5-on-5 action. Penalty has been killed, but now another one's been called against Fusion as Moran goes skating into the bench to get that extra player, but
body contact.
Fusion will grab that ring and the play will get whistled down. So attack will get the opportunity for the power play now, with Plouffe heading to the box for 2 minutes, body contact. Attack within 1. They tied it up a few short minutes ago. Fusion taking the lead not long after. These two teams quite well matched today. Attack using this empty space. Down low for Pro. Pro sees the far corner again. They like that pass sequence with Dobbin there now. Dobbin with the ring to Pro. Pro down low. And Edney makes the save on that, no problem. Fusion now coming out with speed.
Good support pass.
Now taking it into the zone. 1 minute 15 seconds remain on the penalty to Fusion. So they're on the shorthand here. Shot clock at 5 seconds. Need to make something happen with Moisin. Moisin behind the net, tries to get the reset. Ring is loose. And the reset isn't made in time. So Morin will get pass here. Attack moving it into center ice. Beal with a great stab. Finds the long pass to Richard, who's open. Cuts. Gets a little bit tripped up with the D there. Great positioning from Fusion. And now Fusion coming all the way back with speed. Very back and forth in these last few minutes. Chenier now, Sophie Chenier. With the long cycle, using the available space. Trying to find an opening. Sliding it over to Moisin. Moisin to St. Laurent, just a little bit too far ahead. 5 seconds on the shot clock as St. Laurent fakes it. Shoots, tries to see that post, gets her own rebound. That's what you want to see. Another 30 seconds on the shot clock. She gets picked off.
Look at that.
Got caught
Good
looking at the bench.
Work. Oh, look at the back. She tried to really around the back with her stick. I don't see that too often.
Chenier now, Sophie Chenier shoots on the ice. Had an opening, but Morin had no troubles with that.
It back.
Emily Chenier now. Got her stick in the way. Now she's all on her own as everyone else changes. Violette in with her now as Chenier now moves it to Plouffe. We're back to 5-on-5 action here. Plouffe playing it along the Ringette line, but beat by Snowden. Snowden taking it for a skate. Long pass off the boards. Yelling for it all the way across the ice. Gets it. Snowden with speed. She's by herself, and now back pass to LeBlanc. LeBlanc fakes, shoots.
Oh.
Edney.
Right on target. And Snowden was there for the rebound.
Fusion. Snowden in the way of that lane. Gets her stick in front. Now attack with the ring across.
There it is. Oh,
just
everything
misses.
was done right. Everything was done right.
Just misses that stab. Can't quite get the full shot.
Yeah.
Edney's there. Holds on to that ring. Possession will go back to the attack. There's some really good energy in those last few sequences.
Yeah,
back
the goalie
and forth.
made the save just outside the crease. That's why the attack is getting the ring. But it wasn't a penalty because she was in the act of making the save.
Fusion putting all of their players out kind of in front. Same with attack. That shot goes wide, but they maintain possession here. Dobbin moves it to Pro. Pro up top, behind. Spins, still keeps the ring with her. And needs that reset. Tries to get it down low, picked off by the D. A good active stick there from Kaylee Lescu. Kaylee Lescu joined, is a rookie, but was on the 2025 junior national team, showing her chops there. Now Fusion. Long stretch pass to Moisin. Moisin shoots. No problem from Ren. She totally anticipated that one, but Moisin had some good speed. And now is fighting back for that ring as attack struggles to get it out from behind their own net. Still looking for that equalizer here.
Oh.
Fusion
Just the way
sending
she went
2-on-1.
down, I thought maybe it was going to be a penalty, but I guess the way both refs were way out of position to call that one.
Fusion starting the cycle as we're less than 50 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Q behind the net with 10 seconds on the shot clock, looking for some support as this shift changes. Drops it to St. Laurent. This is friendly territory for her. She tries to get it through. And now it's over to Q.
They got that pass off.
And good coverage from Fusion forces that goalie to hold on to it for 5 seconds. And that'll put possession back with Fusion. Good coverage there. Morin just didn't have anywhere to look.
These teams don't call too many timeouts. That's something we didn't notice yet this morning. This was a good time to call a timeout if they wanted to. Just saying.
Cycle starting. Fusion behind the net. Moisin fakes the drop, continues her journey. Passes it down low, not enough of a stab there. Trying to get it up front for St. Laurent, but couldn't quite handle it, and that'll close off the third quarter. 6-5 is your score. Fusion still leading. We came into the third with a 4-3 score.
Yeah.
Fusion leading up by 1.
4 goals in this period.
A lot of action on both sides. You can't really tell that Attack got into town at 2 in the morning and had a 9 a.m. game and is now playing. They're playing with energy.
Oh yeah, they're playing there. They could be on fumes too.
Well, they're gonna have to be back at it again at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
I know.
And just some really great energy on both sides, really, and just connecting there. We saw that goal with Forrest just hiding in the middle of that triangle.
Yeah.
As a forward, you're trying to find new and creative ways to get around that triangle.
And then the open net one, they couldn't miss that. If she would have missed that, her teammates would have let her know.
Great sequencing there from Attack. And some good looks, both goaltenders having some key saves to keep this game within 1. I think we'll expect some similar goal-scoring action in the final period.
Yeah, and that one goal she got in. I think she had maybe 2 inches to get that ring in, and she got it in. So some of these players know how to put the ring sideways instead of being flat. So that way, if it's you only give them an inch, they're going to use that inch and get the ring in there. And I've seen them players how they do that, and it's pretty neat. So Colleen Hagan is one of the teams. She was just on the Gatineau team earlier. And I think she's one of the coaches, and she showed me how to. She showed me how to get that ring sideways instead of like standing up. So
it's impressive. Listen, we are witnessing a treat. The National Ringette League is a treat.
100%.
We're very happy to be able to provide this level of ringette to folks at home and around the world. So thank you for joining us. Again, we're at the Cambridge Turbos Hub in Burlington, Ontario.
And we're part of the Burlington Blast tournament, and there's 6 rinks going on with all age levels going in this tournament. So it's a very busy place.
Attack starting things off here, moving it into the zone. Last quarter of this game, looking to equalize. Pass it to Snowden. Snowden fires it in.
Wow.
18 seconds into this quarter, Snowden.
She likes to do that at the start of the game. They did that earlier this morning too. Right at the start of the period, bang, bang, they get quick goals.
Absolutely. And now the Attack is tied up, 6-6. Hoping to get a lead here, but Fusion, they'll fight back. They've got some of their power forwards on right now to respond as things start out in the neutral zone. Emily Chenier with speed. Ducking and dodging, now over to Moisin. Moisin tries to find Violet. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Tries to take that shot from out wide, goes completely past the goalie, but there's the reset. Morin stopped it, but bouncing ring goes behind the net. Fusion with energy, keeping that possession. Bit of a strong pass here, finds its way over the blue line. Attack looking for something, an outlet to get it over onto the offensive side. Now Colette gets the possession, hangs on to it, gets the change going, drops it back to Pro. Pro's got 10 seconds on the shot clock, coming around the net. Sees the drop. And another shot there. Goes wide, can't get that from
So just a note is that it is 6-6 right now. If we do go into overtime, we do have shootouts in the regular season.
Fusion facing some obstacles here and getting the ring out. Lescue not seeing any options, finds Plouffe. Plouffe back pass to Forrest. Forrest getting pushed out to the boards by Pro. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Time has been wasted. Attack doing a great job of keeping them away. And that one will time out with Morin getting the toss here.
Yep, saw that penalty coming.
Attack drawing that penalty just over by the net.
Again, the goalie doesn't have to leave, but to get 4 in with the new rule this year. But they can go put 6 on if they wanted to by pulling the goalie. So that's but the goalie doesn't have to leave.
Attack now with Snowden, trying to find an opportunity. Beal has it.
Oh, hand save.
Edney gets it with her pad, bounces it to her hand, keeps things out, but that'll be 2 minutes in the penalty box.
There's behind the net.
For Plouffe, yep.
Oh yeah, she knew right away when she had it.
That'll be Plouffe's second of the game, I believe. Not looking too happy about it. Game is tied. Tough time to take a penalty. As Beal now takes it for attack in the zone. She's got it at the center, at the free circle. LeBlanc making the long skate. Keeping things out wide. A pick on the center, takes the center down. LeBlanc's got a lane here, shoots for the far post, just misses. Great pick there. Totally took the center out of position. Fusion. Long stretch pass into traffic, but still lands on the right stick. They're on the back foot here as they try to kill this penalty. Attack now in the neutral zone. Beal along the boards, pushing her way through the triangle, finding it hard to do so with some great body positioning from Fusion. Moisin skating up from the defensive zone into the offensive zone, keeping possession with her team. Over to Chenier now, Emily Chenier. She's got a couple goals already. Finds Q. Q doesn't love that. She'll circle around. 10 seconds on the shot clock, coming across the top. Back shot. Backhand shot.
That was mostly just to get the reset, I think. It was a light shot.
No attack.
Look at that pass. They make blind passes a lot.
Snowden picking up that bouncing ring. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lots of time wasted getting over here. Needs to find something. Across the top, down low,
Whoa.
Fires it.
They like that try.
And now a battle behind the net. Attack gets their full 30. Chloe LeBlanc up top, drops it to Snowden. Snowden down low, shoots.
Geez.
Tries to shoot, fans on it. Godette right in the position she needed to be, and there's
the
another
goal.
attempt. Goes wide.
I thought that was going in because it was a wide open net for her.
Penalty expires, back to 5-on-5. Snowden shoots. Edney gets a piece of that with her skate. The bounce goes in favor of Fusion. They'll get the ring back. Finding open areas in the neutral zone. Forrest. Trying to get away from enemy territory there. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now Forrest down low. That'll get a reset.
Just went off the pad of the goalie.
Plouffe fakes it, cuts between the center and the D, drops it back for Forrest. Forrest finds it across the ice and in!
It's in!
What a sequence!
Wow.
Gatineau Fusion back up by 1. That's another tic-tac-toe tick.
Yeah.
It's that extra step.
That was a different scorer today on that team, so 18. Different scorer.
Another fabulous effort there by assistant captain Sarah Plouffe. But full credit to Forrest, Taylor Forrest.
Oh yeah, she did all the work. The other one just fired it in. It's called teamwork.
Attack. Gets the ring in the zone. Crow. Moves it down low. Dobbin back to Pro. Pro
It's
shoots.
in. Look at that.
Edney committed.
From a far away to pass to
Pro. Ties things up. Back and forth, back and forth.
What number? 99, right?
Yeah.
7-7.
Woohoo! Miguel Pro ties it up for her team.
7 minutes
and
left.
That was a bit of a funny one because I think Pro had shot it. It looked like it got a little bit of a deflection there so that Edney thought it was coming a lot lower than it was and it was going to hit her in the chest. But she went down and then it got deflected a little bit up.
Yeah.
So tough break for Edney, but we're now tied up 7-7.
And again, another note is that if we do have a tie at the end, it'll be a shootout.
Attack here at center. Melanson finds Richard. There's a delayed call here against Fusion. So they'll pull Morin and send 4 into the zone, adding Snowden.
They got their 6 on the ice.
Down low. Beal makes the pass down low to Richard. Richard just misses it. Oh, she's annoyed.
She's not happy
she's
with
annoyed.
That one. She's not going to be happy about that.
Good little box sequence there as Sophie Chenier goes to the box. 2 minutes for body contact. Beal commonly taking the ring on this side. We'll do the same here. Richard dropping it back to Beal. Beal dropping it back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc to Beal. Beal spins, shoots. Edney didn't know exactly where it went, so she's not going to move.
The best thing is tell the goalie not to move. That's what I tell my goalie. If you don't know where it is, don't move.
Better safe than sorry.
Let the count finish.
1 minute and 42 remain on the power play for the attack. They'll get the possession and get to maintain that.
Oh, it's almost over the line there.
LeBlanc tries to fake a little bit there. Goes for the cycle as she does. Drops it. Richard not quite there. That's okay because Beal is. Beal over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc on the short side. Can't see much but needs the reset. Beal now back over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc tries to shoot from out wide. Finds some stick traffic, so not quite on target, but attack, I think, taking advantage of a bit of a tired D pair here. They've been stuck out for a little bit on this shift as Beal waits for backup with Gaudette and Snowden now trailing her. Gaudette behind the net. Now back for LeBlanc, who comes in with some speed over to Snowden. Snowden steps, shoots.
Oh.
Goes wide.
Yeah. The idea was good, though, but and they ran out of time.
2 fans on that one. No reset. So the ring will end up with Edney. Needs to make a decision here. Good coverage so far by attack. Didn't make that very easy for her, but Plouffe with the hard skate out of the zone, streaking into the offense, hoping to get that pass off. But the fight in the middle, battling for that ring, comes out in attack's favor. Snowden now.
So in this kind of situation with 5 minutes left to go and the tie, the referees are looking for a game-changer penalty. Not little ones.
Snowden drops it for Pro. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pro on her favorite side, coming out wide. Sees the low pass to LeBlanc. LeBlanc fans on it, but continues to try and get that to the net. Gets the reset, so a piece of it found Edney. Dobbin. Pro. Shoots, goes wide. Had the strength on that. Still with possession with LeBlanc. LeBlanc back to Pro. Pro steps forward. Just past that post. She's looking. Still need that reset. Get it. Bounces off the pads.
They're getting the rebounds. The pressure's on in this end.
LeBlanc finds a friend with Richard now. Richard will take it behind the net as the line change happens. Beal sneaks behind. She picks it up, crashes between the center and the D, fakes it twice. Just a bit too close to the crease as she lets that one go inside the crease, and that'll sit with Edney, who now needs to find a connection. Does. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remain in this game, still tied at 7. Someone's got to be the hero. Chenier now down low with it. Drops it back. Cycle continues, just a little bit too far out of the zone, giving Attack an opportunity to try and fight for it. Now Emily Chenier back, shoots between the legs. And Morin saw it. Makes the toss. Dingwell hearing the cries of Snowden as he puts it forward. One-on-one here.
Look at this.
And she scores! LeBlanc!
She got it.
From Snowden. Snowden, an amazing call to make her teammate aware that she was there, creating that one-on-one opportunity. And just a bit too much for Edney to take as that ring squeaks by. You see the replay here.
Number 8 scoring the 8th goal.
Finding the 5-hole. Audrey LeBlanc playing a really good game. Is she the hero of this one, or does Fusion find the equalizer?
8th, scoring the 8th goal. I don't know.
It would be poetic.
Yeah. Oh, we got 2 penalties. There's one penalty, probably one canceled by the goal, and one will be served. So it should be 2 minutes up there. There you go. That's what we got. So there was 2 penalties on that play.
So Fusion down by a player and down a goal. 3 minutes remain in this final period. Attack hungry for the win after their 7-4 loss this morning with Wildfire. Fusion wanting to start this year off on the right foot. Long pass from the center to St. Laurent. St. Laurent to Moisin. Fusion on the kill, but in the offensive zone here. St. Laurent over to Moisin. Moisin back to St. Laurent. St. Laurent has time, space, moves it, steps into the crease, releases the ring outside the net, but had a really good look. She did a bit of a fake out, had everyone fooled. And Attack moves things into the offensive zone. They're going to want to control this. They're not going to want to do anything
not take a shot if they don't have to.
A minute and 23 remaining on the power play here, but
they don't want to give the ring to the other team at all if they can.
Pro behind the net, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Doing her circle, cutting, getting picked up.
Oh, good try, but just mostly to get the reset.
Edney wants to let that one go as quickly as possible, waste no time to get her team moving. Great coverage here from Chloe LeBlanc. Picked up by Lescu. Lescu over to Q. Q with speed. And a big firing shot. Warren was there. Bounced out. A really good opportunity there for Julie Vandal. Attack. Still wanting to maintain this possession here, so they'll want to waste time in their own zone. Chenier forces that ring, gets it back. She's followed up by the check of 2 players, and that'll be a major body, actually. Yeah. She had some speed and some space. Just a great second effort to win that ring on the boards, and Attack knew she's a threat. And so that'll be a 4-minute body contact major, which will put us at 4-on-4 action for the next 17 seconds, which is all that remains of the Fusion penalty. And then Fusion will be on the power play. So they're calling a timeout here, discussing the plan. Fusion gets possession in the offensive zone. They need to keep hold of this ring, and Attack is going to do all that they can to maintain control and not let Fusion capitalize. So 2 very competing styles of play here. One is, I'm not going to let you touch it, and one is, I am going to absolutely hammer this ring to tie things up with 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. As Gerald was saying, if this goes to a tie, we will have a shootout. There will be a decision made in these games. That's how the format works during the regular season. And as both teams decide who is out in the final moments of this nail-biter. Fusion putting out some of their firepower here, starting with St. Laurent with the ring. They've pulled their goalie, so they'll have 4 in the zone, but they are only keeping 5 on the ice so that they have the flexibility of having Edney move back into the ice if she needs to. Boxing things out here, fires it, it's in! They've tied it! Fusion! Seconds after taking the timeout. Tic-tac-toe. And it's tied at 8. Our hero is Morgan Forrest, 2025 junior national team, on that low post. Knew there was going to be an opportunity to shoot there. Didn't even need to make eye contact with the net. That's that instinct. And now a timeout will be called on the attack side. So attack will get the ring at center ice. 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining. 2 seconds remaining on the penalty to Fusion. After that, 2 seconds is up. We will have 5-on-4 in favor of the Fusion. And here's how attack had the lead. LeBlanc, 1-on-1, finding the 5-hole, sending it home. Could have been the hero, but not on Forrest's watch. There she goes. Low post, playing the 4-on-3 as Edney spent time on the bench. And we're all tied up here with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in this final quarter. So Edney's back in net. Morin is back in net. The penalty is now expired. Fusion has the extra player. And now Colette had a great look there. Moisin now. Passing it back into the cycle with Chenier. Chenier back to Moisin. St. Laurent. 10 seconds on the shot clock. St. Laurent spinning. And a great play there by Cormier to step into it. And now Chenier gets it back. Sophie Chenier finds that ring. Fusion maintaining it. Gets a look. The crowd goes, oh! And now attack has the ring. 5 seconds left in this. Colette has a last-ditch attempt to shoot it on Edney. Wasn't on target. Edney still got a piece of it. That keeps us here at 8-8. Well, this is a very exciting game we're bringing to you. So we're here to bring you some shootout action on your Saturday afternoon. If I'm not involved, I personally do kind of like watching these. So I have the privilege of not having a stake in this. But right now the teams are determining who their shooters are going to be. Goalies psyching themselves up. Ringette is a fun sport for shootouts because you can really just deke left, right, left, right, left. For a shootout though, for Ringette, you do need to keep the ring constantly in motion and in front of you. So as soon as it comes back from, you need to be able to release it. And if it comes back behind you in your dekes, that's an immediate disqualification. So you kind of have to keep it in front of you And it forces you to not do anything too crazy, so you have to be mindful. But other than that, for those of you at home, this is probably pretty typical to other shootouts and other unmentionable sports that you've seen. It's not every day you get one in Ringette. With Snowden now with the attack coming in from the side, shoots, it's in. Goes backhand. Snowden, the obvious choice for the first shot there. Tough one for Edney. There's so many ways to try and read these players. There's so many ways these players can shoot. And what they do in a game is going to probably be very different than what they do in the shootout. Next up, we have St. Laurent for Fusion. Fakes it, takes the shot, but Peace finds the glove. Morin standing her ground. And part of that issue looked like the ring got a little bit high on St. Laurent's stick. So at that point, as it starts finding its way up the stick, it's harder for you to get leverage and find those top corner shelves, pinpointing exactly where you want to. So now, Pro for attack. That's in. Gives Edney her hip. She's played well. No shocks, but she's up second. Now we've got Emily Chenier for Fusion. No shocks there either. A lot of pressure. As attack have two. And pivotal save there by Morin. Ends the game. Atlantic attack take it in a shootout. Fusion finding a way to tie things up very late here in the fourth quarter. A nail biter to the end, but two successful shots against Fusion in this shootout gives them the shootout win. This is the second game of the day for attack. They get to go get some well-earned rest before their 8 a.m. game tomorrow. Fusion, this is their first of the day. They'll be back at 7 p.m. to play Waterloo Wildfire. We'll have the action here for you as well. Just a really excellent game between both of these teams. Starting this first day of the hub out strong, 9-8. And for those of you wondering if that's an extreme score for our sport, not really. You can expect quite a bit of goal scoring in Ringette. Starts getting a little suspicious when it hits double digits, but 9-8 is not completely crazy to experience here. But I hope you enjoyed the action. Again, Gatineau Fusion losing in the shootout to Atlantic Attack. Before today, these two teams had played each other twice in October, both coming out with a win. So now Fusion down by 1 in the matchup versus Attack. We've got lots of coverage on this one for you. Lots of highlights to enjoy, to reminisce about the exciting 4 quarters we just had for you. Both teams have a lot of offensive powerhouses and strong defense that really kept this game tight, and both goaltenders playing really well. High-scoring game just ended. Atlantic Attack taking the shootout win against Gatineau Fusion. High-scoring game, as you can see, 9-8. A lot of trading back and forth. Not a lot of very large goal spreads here. We were treated to a bit of an offensive show. The goaltenders both stood on their heads. Fabulous work from both sides of the ice. Attack, this is their second game of the day. Fusion just getting started. They'll join us again versus Wildfire at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will continue to bring you the rest of today's action and tomorrow from the Cambridge Turbo Hub here in Burlington, Ontario. Our next game up for you is at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Turbos versus Capitals again. You just saw them this morning. They get a rematch again 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So join us back for that. And then you'll have Fusion versus Wildfire at 7 p.m. and 3-game lineup for you tomorrow, fresh, starting on Sunday. So continue to join us for our live coverage here in Burlington, Ontario. My name is Emily Renneberg. Thank you for today, and we'll talk to you in the next one.